So you can click on, okay. You know, I love that LPQ Belts website so very much. And the guys who created it are absolute geniuses. Love to all you guys who designed this whole website. I absolutely love it. On theme with challenge locks and all that good stuff we've been talking about the last week or so, I wanted to talk about the challenge lock tab over on the LPU Belts website. Because guess what? I didn't even know it was there. Or I knew and kind of forgot. I don't know. And in the meantime, 465 challenge locks have been added to the list. Okay, so let's take a look at it. Let me explain how it works a little bit. And this way, if you happen to get a challenge lock and you want to add it to the list, you can go ahead and do that. Oh, crap, guys. I wanted to tell you too real quick. I have heard that if you don't hit the like button when you're watching a Lady Locks video, you can revert back to white belt picking skills. So you might want to go ahead and hit it. I just wanted to let you know, it is obviously just for your own good. It has nothing to do with me at all. All right, back to the video. So all you want to do is go to lpubelts.com and head over and sign in if you have an account. If you don't have an account, you might not be able to add any challenge locks in here. So you might want to sign up for an account if you don't already have one. Now, once you sign into your account, head over to the left side of the page and scroll all the way down to where it says challenge locks and click it. Once you click that button, you're brought up to a nice web page here that lists all the challenge locks that people have actually entered into the website so far. Now, as of the making of this video, there's 465 challenge locks in here. And, these are just added by whoever puts them in. It's anybody can add them as long as, you can put one picture up with that lock. So basically, it works just like the LPU Belts section works. You can either scroll through in its alphabetical order, or you can type in a lock that you want to look at. And if it's in there, it'll pop up. So what we're going to do is take a look at just any one of these. Let's scroll down and, let's look at one from Vector Potential. You guys know I just love Vector. And as soon as you click on it, it says it may contain spoilers, and you can click to view the images. So these are going to basically contain pictures of the pins. So if you don't want to see it, just don't click it. All right. But if you go down a little bit, you can see there's a little bit of like a warning thing where you can report a problem. You can copy the challenge lock name. You can copy the link to the entry. You can print a QR code. Side note, when you do add a lock, it generates a QR code. I suggest that you print out the QR code and stick it on a piece of paper or stick it on the lock somewhere. And, just make sure that the QR code stays with the lock. Then the next person to get the lock can just scan the QR code and pull up the website and pull up that lock in particular. And if they want to check in themselves as picking it, they can do that, whatever. Some of you guys might have seen some of the papers that Lou Shart has printed out, and he does a really great job of printing out like a little card that goes along with the challenge lock where it says who picked it, they sign and date it and all that good stuff. And then on the back or somewhere on that paper is the QR code. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. Okay, moving on. You could submit images of the lock, or you can just simply check in. Now, check in means that if you pick this lock and you had a turn with it and you want to check in and show where it is currently, you can go ahead and do that. And this is a good way to kind of keep track of the locks, right? If everybody would just go on here when they get a challenge lock and check it in, we would know where they're at all times. But this is just kind of helping to keep track of them so they don't go missing. But I get it. If you don't want to do it because you're lazy, do you? If you scroll back up to the top of this website, you can see a tab saying Submit Lock. This is if you happen to get a lock and it's not on the list and you want to add it, which I really suggest that you do. If you could take 5 minutes to do it, you should. But if you want to be lazy and whatever, Anyhow, if you want to submit a lock, you click Submit Lock and another kind of menu thing opens up. Now, you can't do it if you're not signed in, so make sure you sign yourself in. Here's a whole page where you can add the lock. It does require at least one picture in order to add a lock, so just put a picture of the lock, and then, if you decide to gut it, you can put pictures of the pins. If not, whatever. But at least a picture of the lock is required. Then you just add all the information, do what you want to do, and you can either submit it or you could submit it and check in. And check in obviously means if you picked it. So if you want to submit and then show that you picked it, you can go ahead and do that there. If you scroll back up to the top, you can go to My Check-ins, which obviously will show you a list of all the challenge locks you've picked off that list and when you did it and all that good stuff. So anyways, that's the website. Okay, that's it. That's it for challenge locks. And then you can go right back up to the top, click on LPU, and it has a couple different menu items. And if you want to go back to the LPU belts, you just scroll down to LPU belts and click it, and you go right back to the good old LPU belts website. So there you have it. There's a nice little website for challenge locks. We should really start keeping track of them a lot better. I mean, these guys are always on point over here on the LPU Belts website. So thank you to all you guys who contributed to make this website. If you do have a challenge lock, go see if it's added to the list. If it isn't, then I highly suggest you add it. Come on, it only takes a few minutes. Don't be a jerk. All right. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you are newer to the challenge lock world and you would like to know a little bit more about kind of challenge lock etiquette, check out this next video right here. And if you guys happen to know where the challenge lock in this video is called Yard Rip Boar, please leave it in the comment section because we are on the lookout for this lock. It went missing, so we're trying to find it. If you do know its whereabouts, let us know. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next one. Subscribe.